Whenever I see Diana in these outfits, I just think, run girl run. A bum bag. This shirt is from John Lewis. Steady. Free the royals, am I right? Hello and welcome to this 80s exercise video. I'm kidding. Today we're gonna be dressing like Princess Diana. Why? Well, because I've done quite a few of these videos already. I did a Mean Girls one, I did a Helena Bonham Carter one, and when I saw that the new movie Spencer was coming out, I was like, obviously I have to do Diana outfits. However, as soon as I saw the film Spencer, I had so many thoughts that my thoughts alone came to like a 20-minute video, which you can watch up here. So in the end, I didn't end up making the outfits. And now I recognize that it's January and maybe people have stopped talking about Spencer, but I personally haven't stopped talking about Spencer. And also it's just led me down a whole rabbit hole of Googling Princess Diana. Very normal and healthy. Worth pointing out that my friend Lucy made a really lovely fashion video, and we always notoriously have such different styles that I think it's interesting to see probably how different my outfits are, but you should watch her video because it's very cool. And if you are into a more like minimalist, elegant kind of fashion, then that video is definitely for you. However, it will be chaos here, as it always is. Now, because we live on a planet where simultaneously the royals are living their crazy gold-leafed life and there's a climate crisis on, I always make these videos with second-hand clothes, and today is no different. The point of these videos is twofold. It's to show you that buying second-hand is very, very fun, and it's also there to show you how I style things and to encourage you to stop following fashion trends. Just because you don't follow fashion trends or seasonal zeitgeist, you can still pull inspiration and refresh your wardrobe without harming the planet. So I like pulling inspiration from strange places, especially when they're not like that obvious. I don't think controversial opinion, like Princess Diana's style, if she has one at all. But I find our idea of her style and the impact of that on the fashion world and on the art world really, really interesting. And I think it's cool to show you how I get inspiration from strange places and switch them up myself. So how do we keep our wardrobes interesting whilst also trying to stay out of the way of catwalks and the crazy world of fast fashion? This is how we do it. Okay, so you might notice that I'm already in my first outfit, and this is all made up from clothes I already own because I knew that if I made a Diana fashion video, you would all ask me to wear cycling shorts and a sweat top. Now, I want to say that while this is supposed to be Diana's style, I also know that like most women in the 80s and 90s look like this while exercising. Don't really think it's a Diana thing. So this outfit is made up of a big jumper that I already own. It's actually my friend Ariel's merch, and because I refuse to exercise in cycling shorts on principle, or even buy them off Depop because I knew I'd just immediately give them away, I am actually wearing my trusty anti-chafing shorts that I usually sport during the summer months, and I'm accessorising with the hair God gave me, unshaved legs. Princess Diana would support me in that, and so should you. Now, I've made mood boards for all of the outfits, and I will admit to making this mood board for this outfit because whenever I see Diana in these outfits, I just think, run girl run. These are her escape outfits, and boy did she escape. Props to her. Now let's move on to some more serious categories. So the first outfits are inspired by all of the freaking polka dots that I see this woman wear. Polka dots are an obvious choice for the royals, and like I kind of say, like, because I don't think Diana has a style, because like historically we know that she didn't really get to pick any of her clothes, so there isn't really a through line to her wardrobe. But when I was trying to find patterns in both senses of the word, I couldn't resist all of the amazing polka dots that we see Diana in. I myself have owned some polka dots over the years, but realised I was running low in my current wardrobe on polka dots. So I found this amazing shirt on Depop. Let me show it to you on because I think it is much better on. So this is the shirt. It doesn't really have a brand on it or anything, but what I wasn't expecting when it came through the post, because again, what I like about buying secondhand is you do kind of always get a surprise, and there's always like unexpected elements of it that you weren't expecting, and they're usually good surprises. Every now and then I get a BO dress, but most of the time very good surprises. This one, instead of having cuffs, has elastic gathering, which was so much more comfortable and is probably going to make me actually wear this top in day-to-day life, because sometimes I like the look of a shirt, but can I sit a whole day in it? Probably not. And it also has these slight gatherings on the shoulders, which again make it much more comfy to move in. I feel like it's the rare point where there's actually enough fabric for my boobs in these kind of shirts, and I'm very happy with it. However, do you see a pattern in all these pictures of Diana? She also has a collar. Now again, in the interests of sustainability, I wasn't sure how long this collar trend was going to last, and while I really was like tempted to buy all of the collar shirts, I realised that just buying one detachable collar would mean that I actually got quite a lot of wear. So you might recognise this from other videos I've done, but I'd never tried spots with the collar, and looking at these pictures really inspired me to try it, and so far, from the viewfinder, I think I love it. It's kind of like kids party Puritan. And with this, I might try some green jeans because I don't want to make it look too posh. I've been inspired by Diana, but I want this to work for my style. And I think this kind of carries on the kind of clown chic thing that apparently I'm going for. This still isn't looking, maybe it's the hair. Should I have my hair up? Yeah, okay, I've gone for a kind of like private school head girl kind of messy ponytail, and I think I'm happy with that. It's kind of not something that would have occurred to me to do, but I like how the white breaks up all of the busy patterns and it makes me feel like I can wear more colours with it because we've got this like base level of like calm on the top, if this is what you can interpret as calm. Obviously not for everybody. And I also like that I'm kind of boldly leaning into the clown vibes. It almost has a picnic element to it, or here is my new baby that you think is the heir to your fictional throne but is also just a human, please don't hurt him kind of photo shoot. And then the other spotty top that I had to incorporate because, well, you'll see. Look at this picture of Diana and then look at this top. Is it not the same top in a different cut? Now I did consider trimming off all of these ruffles so I could make it into the same neckline as hers, but because, as you may know from my other videos, I'm not exactly an accomplished seamstress yet, I thought that maybe I would do more harm than good, and I do, for my day-to-day wear, much prefer this kind of cut of shirt than the one that she has on. So I'm going to pay homage to her outfit, but in my own way. Welcome to the world. I've been born. Rapidly remembering why I never wear this top. It's too tight down here. Like, why make it restrictive here? Why here? Of all the place, look how much room I have to grow here. But down here, no. So anyway, this is the top, which I still think is in keeping with Diana. She wore a lot of kind of polo necks and stuff, so it's fine. And then also I noticed, in a very rare moment of raunch, you can see that Diana's actually wearing a leather belt, like quite a saucy leather belt. So I thought I'd go a little bit further on her behalf, because I know that she wanted to wear a leather skirt. She probably wasn't fricking allowed. Free the royals, am I right? So I thought I'd wear my leather skirt with this just because I know what she wanted to do. Okay, now we've been inspired, I am allowed to make it my own. Them's the rules. Earrings, is that what this needs? Or like a flower? No. These are my Catch Reese sustainable silver earrings. And I may regret this because it's too early in the video for a dark lip, but I think I'm doing it. You can't stop me, it's a black lip, let's go. Diana DeVille, I think. You might hate this, but I actually really love it. If I was going out, I'd probably do it, is that a lie? If I was going out, I'd make it neater, maybe. But here is the outfit, and I think if I could find them, I'd probably wear these with some like thigh-high black boots, or maybe some ripped tights and some dot mines. We are immediately straying from anything vaguely black lipstick and looking at the wine mum look. Now, obviously she was a mum, and I wouldn't blame her if she was drinking wine if she's in that family. This refers to all of the time she's wearing like pretty conservative button-up shirts, but she's always got them open, she's always got them rolled up to her elbow, and she's always wearing like a pretty substantial, amazing pair of mum jeans. Or cardigans and pedal pushers, that's another one. Particularly this picture of her with the pink gingham really inspired me. Like, pink gingham isn't something that would ever occur to me to buy, but as soon as I saw it on her, I was like, must have. Now, I couldn't find any pedal pushers, but I could find this beautiful shirt that I got off Depop, and I'm gonna pair it with these god-awful white jeans that I knew there was a reason I was keeping them. I bought them for another video, and ever since have just wanted to dip dye them in any kind of inappropriate colour, but I'm glad that I kept them for this purpose. Let's see what I can do with this outfit. Just realised this shirt is from John Lewis. Steady. Cost me a £5. Nope, that's not a good side. Come on, suck in the boobs. Gotta roll up these sleeves. The shirt makes me feel like the babysitter in Parent Trap. I don't know why. What's her name? Shelley? Oh my god, no. Did buy these notably pre-Christmas. Okay, please comment the colour you think I should dye these jeans, because simply if they stay in my house they can't stay this colour. It's not okay. So these are the jeans. I'm going to attempt to make this feel more Diana with a pearl necklace. Oh, and do you know what would be cute with this? A, like, homemaker headband. There we go, she's ready to represent the country. Oh, this is far girlier than I usually go. Do I mean girly, or am I using the word girly interchangeably with innocent? It's more innocent than I usually go, but I actually kind of really like it, even though I hate the jeans still. How do I make this more me? Tie it, although, no, don't be that insecure, it's fine. It's just the belly, it's just the belly. I think I'm gonna have to go red lipstick to feel any vestige of comfortable in this outfit. Does it clash? Yes. Do I care? No. Okay, that's it with the red. I kind of like that. I haven't done it very neatly, but I am going for that just bitten look, which I'm pretty convinced is what everybody says when they just haven't done their lipstick very neatly, but here it is. What do you think? Okay, and then we have another mum outfit, but this option is solely compiled from stuff I already own. This peachy blouse that looks a lot like the peachy blouse that she's wearing in this shot. I'm gonna keep the red lipstick on because I think the warmth of the peach works. These, my sacred jeans that I fitted during my mendathon, you can watch that up here. But the ultimate mum accessory, especially for the 80s, a bum bag, or how you filthy-minded North Americans call it, a fanny pack. I just want to notify you that fanny does mean vagina in the UK, and as loose-lipped as we have become over the centuries, calling something a vagina pack is still gonna get you funny looks. Okay, so here's the whole outfit. I feel ready to supervise a school trip, but also get hit on by some of the teachers, like that kind of mum vibe. I think I'm gonna outlaw the word vibe. I think I've overused it in this context, but here's the outfit anyway. Okay, we must abandon the bum bag in favour of tartan and titties. Yes, you heard me right, tartan and titties. I've in fact called this category warm tartan because planning Lena was feeling a little bit more mature than filming Lena. But I noticed during my forage into Diana's wardrobe that she did wear tartan. I mean, all of the royal family wear a lot of tartan, but I couldn't really find any pictures of her in cool toned tartan. All of them were warm. So I'm just looking at this and being like, how do I find some more warm tartan for my wardrobe? Because here is the skirt that you've probably seen loads of times. I absolutely love it. And some of you were concerned that I cut it up to make my Christmas hat for Vlogmas, which was not true. I actually love it so much that I ended up accidentally stumbling upon the same fabric in my local haberdashery. Yeah, I've got one of those now. I know, who is she? And I decided that I was gonna use this fabric to try and make my first bit of clothing. Like, not fixing, not upcycling, my first bit of clothing. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to reveal to you my homemade two-piece matching jacket. So proud of myself. It's actually just made out of like 3 rectangles. There's no pattern for it. I got the instructions out of a book, I'll link it below, but I could either just leave it open and maybe wear like a black top underneath, like that, or I could tuck it in for a little wraparound effect. You can tell how excited I am about this. Woohoo! Like that. Comes up. I know it still looks a little bit homemade, okay, but I'm excited about it. I could even put a little brooch here if I wanted, or if we're going for this kind of two-piece tartan thing that Diana wears, but with a little bit of Helena locked in, we could, were we to be so bold, do this. I told you it was called titties and tartan. I would definitely have to tape this down were I to go out in it. But I used this kind of fake corset belt. Like, you can see that it's got a zip at the back. It's not actually a corset. And these are all elastic, but it keeps the skirt up. It keeps these kind of in. And doesn't it look cool? It looks like I'm one of the writers / historical experts attending an Outlander premiere. An off-duty Celtic hoe bag. And wasn't that ever the vibe I was going for? So that's this outfit. Okay, and then the bra is going immediately back on for our second warm tartan outfit. You've seen this stretchy, witchy top in many a video, but you haven't seen these. These are secondhand, but they're originally from ASOS, and the print is so unusual. It's such a lovely warm red tones, but with some turquoise going through it. So I feel like I could wear this with like a turquoise top or a blue lip or something. But right now, because obviously we're channeling Diana, I'm gonna keep it conservative with a small C and kind of wear them as the main event. I guess that's the difference between mine and Diana's style. When she found a statement piece, she would wear it, but she'd let that be the statement piece. Whereas I get a statement piece and I'm like, statement on statement on statement, keep piling it on until it's almost sickly. Don't know where to stop. This could definitely do with a high bun. Little my eat your heart out. And I believe it'd be rude not to do an earring. So we've got the high polo neck, which is something that I see her wear quite a lot. Stately 80s shoulders, the private school slacks. These have got big pockets. I'm very impressed. Room for the tuck shop in here. And if I still had them, I think I got rid of them. So I'd wear my brown brogues with these. That would be pretty cool. And yeah, not much more to say about this outfit, apart from the fact that her wearing warm tartan really inspired these trousers. And I'm grateful to her for that. Also, she wore a lot of black tops like this to balance it out because she's a balanced person. Can't relate. And finally, I noticed myself during my research really gravitating towards what is predictable, i.e. her post-royals outfits, her off-duty outfits, her busier outfits. So I thought I'd challenge myself to be inspired by her more stereotypically princess-like appearances, particularly her appearances in red dresses. She was really into the red dress. What a statement. Nothing says, please leave me alone or I will eat you, like red. And while I was browsing, I was particularly gripped by this dress. Very cape-like, so exciting. So I found this top. Now, I kind of thought that replicating this dress would be really hard. And yeah, when I was looking for red dresses with capes, not many results, but turns out red tops with capes, totally a thing on Depop. So let me show you this. Very flowy, hey? You can also see that it is kind of a cape, like it's not just a big sleeve. It has this cape draping behind it. Demonstrated? I think so. So, while it is a top and not a dress, to keep it princessy, I'm gonna wear a full circle skirt, like this. And, because I thought I'd really lean into the princess theme, I found a Depop shop that sold crowns. So, here we are. Probably intended for a bride, but what can I say? I'm married to fashion. Oh, wow. I just felt my ego go up by like 10 notches. I'm powerful. Give me your tax money. Put a gold necklace on in an attempt to balance out the ostentatiousness of the crown. Would I wear this to a party? I think I would. Maybe with some massive statement shoes as well, just so it wasn't all about the crown. Even though the crown is very, very cool. Now this top you can wear braless, which is very appealing because it is my dream to go braless to parties and still look like I tried. So there's that. I actually probably think this is the least me out of all the outfits, even though I do feel incredibly powerful. But I think if I was to wear this myself, I'd probably wear it with these chinos because they have the same kind of colour as the top. That could be quite cool. I'd probably wear it in a more detective cape kind of fashion. But for the sake of this video, I'm gonna stick with this because this is arguably way more princessy, and overall I'm pretty happy with it, especially because this top was a fiver. A fiver. That is it from Castle Norms. Thanks for coming along for the ride. If you want to watch my Diana video about Spencer, it's up here. Here are some other sustainable clothes videos you might like. This video and all like it have been made possible by the Gumption Club, who tip me per video to make sure these ones keep happening. You have been you, I have been me. Please shop secondhand. It's very fun. Fuck the catwalks. A frog stog. Out, 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 out.